Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and do another off-topic video, but I basically wanted to talk about a technique that can help you be more efficient at work, at least for me. And this technique, I'm just going to go ahead and do it in Outlook, but you can also, it's actually much easier to do it on Gmail, but I'm just going to go and demonstrate this on Outlook and to go from there. So basically, I'm going to go over the concept of inbox zero. Inbox zero means that at the end of the day, you have pretty much zero emails. And I have this across actually all my emails, and it allows me to be more efficient with work. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about a few things that I do right off the bat. So I usually go to settings, right? I go to customize, and I'm going to strongly recommend adding the pin and unpin button. But what I do is also remove certain things. So I remove the remote report button. I don't care about that one. I definitely need the archive button there. So I put the archive way. That's like high priority for me. I don't delete emails. I only archive them. And I don't do the move to button. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to have the reply to, I'm going to have the pin in there. You want to have the flag button, and I'll explain why that's important. And I use it a little bit differently compared to other people. I'm going to remove the discover groups because this doesn't really do much for me. And so pretty much it's going to be very, very like, I'm also probably going to just put like respond like right there, right? So, okay, so let's just go to save. So now we have the pin and unpin group, and we have some things here. So let's go ahead and let's just say this is how a typical email is per day. And you're going to get like a ton throughout the day. But I'm going to talk about how tactically I deal with these a little bit differently, right? So, okay, so first email, it says, welcome to your Outlook, whatever. So this is like something where just like, this is a good example of like, this is fluff. I don't really need this. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to click on archive. So now it's gone. Archive basically it removes it, but it doesn't actually remove it. I can search for it and find it. So first email. This is an important email that needs to be done right now, right? So if you got something really important, you got to do it right now. What I do is I pin it, okay, and then I flag it. That makes it yellow, right? You're not supposed to use it this way, but this is how I do it. So this lets me know, dude, you got to get this shit done right now. You see what I did? I pinned it and I flagged it. That makes it yellow. That goes right up to the top. It lets me know I need to do this right now, okay? Okay, next one. This is an email that I want to put a category on to keep tabs on it. So let's say you want to have categories, right? So obviously everyone knows that you can do categories. You can go like this, do categories, and do like this. What I strongly recommend is that when you create a category, do not make it specific. Do not make it specific. Instead, do this. And I'm going to tell you something. Do this kind of like how they do it right here. Let me just trash this out right now. What you want to do is do not go something like very specific, like, oh, I need this to be like something specific. Don't make it specific. I know that sounds contradictory. Instead, kind of what was there before, make it a color. So specifically choose like green and be like green category, and then save that. And then like here again, create another category. We'll choose on blue, and just call, because what happens is mentally when you make them colors, it's a lot easier to put them into particular categories, right? So create categories. I would say yellow category. Make them into colors rather than specific things. Then it makes it a lot easier for you to do what you need to do. So for example, let's say you're in sales, right? A blue category means it's a very cold candidate, or a red means it's a hot candidate, or a red means like a rejection, or let's say you're in, you know what I mean? Have colors is what I'm trying to say, right? So that's that. Okay, so this is an email I want to put. So you basically what you do is you put a categories, and then you choose a category like that, right? This is important. Remember, don't make it specific. Don't make it like super specific, because then you're going to be like, oh, I need to put, is it this category? Is it that category? Make it a color. Make it simple. Okay, next. This is an email that needs to be done later. Doesn't have to be done now though, right? What I do is, you can do this a couple ways. What I do personally, I just pin it. So it's up there, but I'm not like, it just needs to be done, but it doesn't need to be done like right away. Okay, next email. This is an email that's a waste of time. I just go like here, click, archive, and it's gone. Okay, this is an email where I'm waiting for a response. So I'm waiting for a response. I'm going to pin that. I'm going to wait. This is letting you know. This is another email that I can respond to. Wait, hold on. This is an email that I can respond after 4 p.m. So you can do this in a couple of ways. You can either pin it, so it lets you know I can deal with this, or there is a focused and an other tab, right? So sometimes what I just do is, this is an email that I can respond after. I put that in other, right? So again, this is another email that I can respond to after 4. Okay, we'll put that in other. This is an email where the activity is done. Look, hold on. Okay. this is where someone is asking me to set up a time to get something done. So what I do is like, okay, sure, that sounds good. Sure, that sounds great. Let's meet at 2 p.m. That sounds great. Blah blah blah. Right? So they're asking to set up a time, and I respond to them, blah blah blah. Right? And then after I send that message, after I send the message saying, okay, let's meet at 2 p.m., I'm done with that message is done. So I click archive. That's done. Right? This is an email where now that email activity is done. We already agreed on the time. We all agree. Okay, we'll meet at 2 o'clock or whatever. Okay, so now this is archived, done. Okay, this again, get to know you. This is fluff. Click archive, done. This is an important email that needs to be done. This is what I was like. Basically, this is something that needs to be done right now. So I would basically be doing this right now. This is again an email of something that needs to be done later. You have it pinned, but don't flag it in yellow. So what happens is you're gonna have things that need to be done right here. And then this is like showing me categories, right? When this is all done, then later, when it's around 4 o'clock in the day, what I do is I go back to the other. And this is stuff I need to respond to after 4. And then when I'm done, I click on this, then I click on archive. This is an email that needs to be done after 4. Archive that, right? So now we're down to here. This is an important email. So let's just say I finished that. It's done. Let's say this is an important email that needs to be done right now. Usually it's like a message from a boss or something really important, something a lot of money related, blah, blah, blah. Now you finished it. Now you're finished. What do? Then you click on archive, you're done. This is an email of something that needs to be done later. Okay, now later has come and you finished it. Now you're done, archive it. Do you see what I'm saying? When you do this, you clear out your inbox. I know this sounds super duper simple, but in my opinion, if you actually are looking at what I'm doing, this is actually explaining how to clear out your inbox and be more efficient with your time. So, I know that doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense if you actually look at the context of the emails, and hopefully that helps somebody. Okay, bye.